Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a good day. I was having a good day until I remembered that I don't get to go to my classes today. So I'm not happy about that, but oh well, that's life. I love teaching. I love being successful. I know you do too. So let's do our positive affirmations first, get them done. Help our thinking be positive on purpose. What are you? Say it with me. I am smart, confident, and successful. How do you feel about English class? I love reading and writing. It's so much fun. And how do you feel about work? I love getting my work done. It makes me happy. So today is Thursday, September the 3rd, and we will revise and edit our essays that we wrote yesterday. And we'll be giving you specific things to do. And I will focus on adding details to my body paragraph and making sure I have a clear thesis. And then our closure is what was the revision process? So that's what we're going to be turning in definitely today. And that's where we're going to get our attendance from. So be sure you're replying to the discussion question. If you do that, you will be considered attended. So let's go ahead and go to Thursday's work. Two things here. How did revisions go? Did you have any problems? You just want to put some kind of comment in there after you work on it today. It was easy. It was good. I enjoyed it. Or I had a question, and that's the important thing. So if you're something you're not sure about, you didn't get to see me today, you can ask me any question that you have. But here's our work for today. Thursday's work, essay revisions. And click on that. You should open up your own copy. And you're supposed to highlight each step as you do it. So all you have to do is click on the words of each thing that you're doing and click on the little highlighter tool. And I chose purple or magenta because purple's kind of dark, but highlight as you do it. So when you revise an essay, you're trying to convince people to that what you believe is true. Your job is to make them believe how or why something works or something is the way it is. You're explaining and you were writing as if you were talking to people or to someone you don't know. Let me say that again. You are explaining and you are writing as if you were talking to people or to someone you don't know. And that's really important because we wrote a rough draft. Awesome. You got it done. It's not perfect. So what? But we got to be sure that we're focused the right way. Now that we've got it done, we've had a night to sleep on it, we're going to think about what we wrote and we're going to make changes. That's the whole revision process. So you want to imagine the tone of a documentary or a newscast. And that's basically how your writing should be. You're talking to your audience. You're sitting at the table, anchor of the news, and that's how your tone should be. So for our essay revisions, you're going to look at your thesis. The thesis is the roadmap for your essay. And you got to be sure that you actually make a point. So you can double check that. And then here's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure you use the key words and you answer the question being asked. Did you write a direct response to the prompt? And some of us think we're being efficient or lazy, right? And we just say, it's good because, well, that's not the questions being asked. The question being asked is, what does being American mean to you? So you definitely want to put being American means, and then tell us what you think. So if you don't have being American means, be sure and add that to your thesis. And then you want to be sure you have something specific in there. So here's an example of two thesis starts. Being American can be good or bad. It's up to you. What do y'all think about that one? Does that sound like a good start to you? If you said no, you are correct. How about this one? Being American means taking responsibility and enjoying your freedom. Which one is the better one? We all know, right? This is a kind of a thesis that you want to start with, the first part of your thesis. That was the what, right? And once you've done that, great. Let me highlight this and choose my color. And then next you go to the why. Is your claim your claim is your reason. Let me fix this. Your claim is your reason. Be sure you have a because Have one, be sure it's clear, and you make a point. So here's my examples again. Being American means because you can just do whatever. There's nothing specific here, right? Being American means because you have many freedoms and many opportunities here that other countries don't. So this is specific things that you're talking about. And then you go into the body. Remember, the magic is in the details. So is your body paragraph personal? Are you writing about a family member or friend, or somebody you know from school? Well, explain and give details. Remember, you're writing for someone who doesn't know about your life. So in your body paragraph, if you're writing about somebody personal, be sure that you add a description of at least one person and add a description of one place or setting. If you were in your bedroom, in your family room, in the locker room, in your algebra class, add some details for that. And it doesn't have to be a ton of details. It can be, I was a tall, skinny 15-year-old my freshman year at Warren. I had black hair and a goofy smile. Hey, that's a good description. We don't need this great big paragraph or anything like that. So keep that in mind. And then description of the place. Hey, my teacher's classroom was beige and it had funky posters on the wall and blah, 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 blah. That's all you need for your description. So you want to add your descriptions in. Is your body paragraph about somebody famous, somebody from media or from history? Well, you want to be sure you look up specific details about their life, their career, their stats, or etc. So be sure and Google them if you don't know a whole lot about them. And here's examples of this is what you would be wanting to do. This is what some of us would automatically do. You want to be sure you look up those details. And once you have that info, then tell us, explain once again, like you're talking to someone who knows nothing about the person you chose, knows nothing about the sport or about rap. You want to explain everything. Some of the things you could focus on is, well, what does the info mean? Why is it important? What should your audience feel or do? You don't have to answer all three of these questions. Just think about at least one of them in your response and add that in. Does your conclusion connect what happens in your body to your thesis? What are your final thoughts on your writing prompt? And should it already be obvious how they're connected? Maybe, but state the obvious. Be sure you have a good conclusion. Here's an example of a good conclusion. Being American means you work for success, just like my uncle did. He started with nothing but worked hard. He took advantage of the freedom and opportunities this country has to offer. Being American can be good or bad. You decide. You do not want to do a conclusion like this. You do not want to do a connect like this. You want to do something more like this. And you want to think about it. Notice how he ties this in to our thesis up here. Taking responsibility and enjoying your freedoms. And then down here he says, he took advantage of the freedoms and opportunities this country has to offer. So he definitely connected his conclusion to his thesis. And then a call to action. Does your close give people advice or what to think? Be proud of your country and thankful for all we have. Okay, so this is really easy to do if you just highlight and do one step at a time. Don't worry about everything else. First, you just want to start at the beginning and one step at a time. Do you use the keywords? If you don't, add those in. Okay, do I have something specific? Is my thesis intro, my what do you think, more like this or more like this? All right, let me change it some if it's like this. Does my why, is it more like this or more like this? Let me change it if it's more like the first one. And you just go through step by step and add to it. If you have any questions, you can put them in the discussion. And otherwise, just do your best. If you don't finish today, hey, that's fine. You don't have to finish. You don't have to turn it in. This is going to take time, and that's okay. We have the time. So that's all I have for today. Just remember, you are smart, confident, and successful. And I miss you. I'd much rather be in class than sitting in some training. All right, I better go. Y'all have a great day, and we'll be back in class on Friday. Hallelujah. We got a 3-day weekend. Life is good. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.